Subdomain settings. This is the place where you can manage your subdomains. You have 3 sections here. Add new category, upload category, and manage categories. Now, let me explain one by one. The first one is add new category. We can add a new category to our site using the options available here. Enter the category name. Enter the slug for this category. Select a parent category if you want. I'm leaving it as none. Enter the description for the category. In this box, you can add content for this category. This content will be visible on the category page. We have a checkbox here to enable or disable the Index Now API key generation. This option is enabled by default, so if you don't need it, then you can uncheck it. Now, the next one is the important function. This checkbox decides whether your category would be a normal WordPress category, or it would be a subdomain. By default, make subdomain checkbox is checked. It means that the category you are going to create would be a subdomain. When make subdomain is enabled, the plugin adds a CNAME for this category into the Cloudflare. This is the second method of adding a CNAME record that we have talked about in the Cloudflare settings. Now, if you are ready to make this category as subdomain, then the next option allows you to create a user for this subdomain. If you don't want to create a user, you can leave it unchecked. But, if you want a username for this subdomain, check this checkbox. You can select any of the options. If you select the custom username, you can type the username for this subdomain, and the password. Click this Add New Category button, and your subdomain or category will be created. Upload category. Turbosubdomains allows you to add multiple categories at once using a CSV file. This is quite helpful when you need to create categories or subdomains in bulk. Just download the template from this link and fill the data into the CSV. There are a number of columns in the CSV that are used to create the categories successfully. Let me open the template and give you information about all the columns required. So, this is the CSV template. Column A. Add the category name. Column B. If you want to create a subdomain, enter while. If you want to create a normal category, enter N. Column C. If you want to create a user by category name, then you have to fill Y here. If you leave it blank, or enter N here, then there are some conditions. You can read the PDF file to see all the conditions about filling the column C. The link is given in the description of this video. Column D. Enter the desired username here. Column E. Enter the password here. Column F. This column is to direct the plugin whether it should use the RSS feed added automatically, or it should be fetched from the custom feed URL. If you enter Y here, it will use Google News to create the RSS feed URL, using the data in column H and I, based on the preferences. But, if you enter in the column F, the plugin will use the column G for creating the campaign. Column G. You will have to provide the custom feed URL only if you have entered N in the column F. Column H. If you want the category name to be used as a search term for creating the RSS feed URL, then enter Y here. If you enter N here, the column I will be used for creating the feed URL. Column I. You can enter a keyword or a keyword phrase here that will be used by the plugin to create the RSS feed URL. Column J. The plugin will search this word in the provided feed and post articles. You will understand it better when we see creating RSS feed campaigns manually. Column K is used to direct the plugin whether you want to use this word or the category name to search the images. If you provide Y here, then you will have to add keywords in the column L. Column M. You can set different end dates for campaigns. This is not mandatory to set end dates. You can leave it blank if you don't want the RSS campaigns to end. Column N. This column is to provide instruction to the plugin whether it should use the ChatGPT to rewrite the title of the fetched article or not. If you leave it blank, it will not use ChatGPT to rewrite at all. But, if you want ChatGPT to rewrite the title, then you can enter the prompt number in this column. That prompt will be used to rewrite the title by the ChatGPT. Column O. It is similar to column N, but for the content of the article. Now save your CSV file. Hit the Choose File, and select the saved CSV file, and hit Open. Now, hit the Upload CSV of Categories button. If you have filled all the required fields in the CSV, then your categories will be added. And the RSS campaigns will be created. Now, you can verify the categories or subdomains of the CSV file in the next section. You can see all your categories and subdomains listed here. If you want to delete any category or subdomain, select them, and hit the Delete Selected Categories button, confirm deletion, and Done. You can edit any category or subdomain using this Edit button. But remember, you cannot change the category name and the username. If you want to convert a normal category to a subdomain, you can do this using this checkbox. Don't forget to hit the Save button after making changes. When the Index Now is enabled in the SEO settings, then only the Index Now option is available in the Add Categories section. The Index Now was already enabled, so you can see this Index Now message here. This message informs you that for how many categories or subdomains the Index Now API was created. If you want to create an Index Now API for a new category, then select the Category by checkbox, and click on the Change Index Now API button. The API key for that category will be created, and you will see this number increased.